You might as well have been living under a rock if you didn't know that Rolex is a luxury watch brand. We bet you should have realized that Rolex also does charity work, and interestingly, this contentious issue has been discussed at length online. We know that Rolex, the legendary Swiss luxury watchmaker, is recognized for its classic styles, cutting-edge technologies, and meticulous craftsmanship. But beyond its reputation for producing some of the most coveted timepieces in the world, Rolex's financial success is equally awe-inspiring. In recent years, the brand has consistently posted impressive revenue figures that have astounded industry experts and watch enthusiasts. Let's examine how much money Rolex makes and what factors contribute to its financial prowess. Please sit back, relax as we unravel the financial secrets of Rolex. Before we unveil its financial might, let's take a step back and marvel at Rolex's incredible history. Rolex, founded in 1905 by Hans Wilsdorf and Alfred Davis, changed the watch business forever with its groundbreaking designs, cutting-edge technology, and meticulous handiwork. Rolex offers a wide variety of high-end timepieces, suitable for a wide variety of people and events. No one needs to tell you that Rolex has produced timepieces that have endured the test of time for decades, such as the classic Datejust, the robust Submariner, and the beautiful Day-Date. So it's no surprise that you may find official Rolex retailers and boutiques selling the brand's wares throughout the world. Their success can be attributed to their ability to adapt to different markets and meet the needs of their customers. Rolex's success can be primarily attributed to the company's marketing and sales efforts. They put money into strategic advertising campaigns to increase demand for their product, support high-profile events, and team up with prominent businesses. Rolex has come around to the digital world in recent years. While still keeping the exclusive nature of their brick-and-mortar shops, they have significantly increased their internet presence to serve their consumers better. Now, about them being a charity foundation. Did you know that Rolex is a non-profit organization? It is pretty complex to describe the company's structure. Let's try to put to it. Rolex is a group of enterprises under the umbrella of Rolex SA. The fact that these businesses own fractions of one another adds another layer of complexity. A slight simplification would be to classify them all as subsidiaries of Rolex SA, which the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation wholly owns. The Swiss government officially recognizes the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation as a charity organization. That means they incur no tax liability in Switzerland. Nevertheless, it's essential to remember that Rolex is a Swiss company and not one that US laws and classifications can characterize. Our point is, Rolex is owned by a charitable organization even though it operates as a for-profit business. Now let's dive into our focus for today, the money Rolex actually makes. Aren't you curious about the exact figures this luxury brand makes per year? We must burst your bubble because the exact figures and revenue per year have yet to be discovered. Just rough estimates, understood? All right. So in 2021, Rolex hit a remarkable new high water record when its annual revenue passed the $13 billion mark. This staggering number demonstrated Rolex's supremacy in the luxury watch sector, where demand for its products remains strong despite the ongoing economic downturn worldwide. This is what the highly regarded annual report on the Swiss watch business from Morgan Stanley and Geneva-based watch industry consultant Lux Consultant says. In 2021, thanks to the company's ongoing expansion, Rolex held 29% of the retail market for luxury Swiss timepieces, defined as sales made at the recommended retail price by authorized Rolex merchants. So when we say Rolex is king, believe us. Furthermore, the data demonstrates that Rolex's market dominance and prominence are expanding. More so, in 2019, Rolex controlled over 22% of the Swiss watch market worldwide. That's equivalent to a total of $5.8 billion in sales. Here's why the figures are mind-blowing. In 2021, Rolex and the retail industry experienced a rough year. COVID-19's worldwide pandemic caused widespread lockdowns and several difficulties throughout manufacturing and retail. Due to the global pandemic, many official Rolex retailers were forced to close for extended periods. The economy suffered, and people's ability to travel was severely curtailed as a result. Considering these massive obstacles, Rolex's sales figures this year are more stunning than ever. However, in 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic broke out, Rolex faced its most significant struggles. Rolex drastically reduced output by 19% that year. That's equivalent to 140,000 wristwatches sold and an annual output of 810,000. As a result, annual revenue fell to about $5.1 billion, a decline of 14% from the previous year. An average rise of 5% in price per watch was the root cause of the gap between output and revenue. The fact that Rolex temporarily shut down production is a contributing element. Many Rolex stores were closed worldwide. Even if they had been, they still needed to sell watches or get extra inventory from Rolex. Although major competitors like Swatch Group and LVMH lost market share to Rolex in the year of the COVID outbreak, Rolex was still the most outstanding winner. However, the fact that Rolex's numbers increased dramatically from 2020 to 2021 demonstrates the company's ability to scale up production rapidly and the consistent demand for Rolex timepieces. And then came 2022 with a revenue of $8.35 billion excluding VAT. The exceptional success Rolex enjoyed during this time can be attributed to several important contributing factors. First is the wide-ranging product offering that caters to various consumer preferences and lifestyles. Rolex caters to a broad spectrum of customers with varying aesthetic sensibilities and preferences by manufacturing a comprehensive selection of luxury timepieces. Every Rolex is manufactured entirely within the company's facilities. That applies to more than simply the mechanism. Rolex is exceptional in every way. Parachrome hairspring, in-house production of materials like oyster steel, and stringent quality control measures mean that Rolex watches are among the most accurate worldwide. In 2021, Rolex manufactured 1.05 million watches and made that money, and that's just incredible. Their success is also tied to the fact that while they preserve exclusivity, they offer restricted supply. 1.05 million watches is a lot. Imagine how much more the demands are. Of course, their market penetration and global presence is also to be considered. Rolex has penetrated global markets efficiently and served a diversified customer base thanks to its extensive network of boutiques and authorized dealers worldwide. Their presence on a global scale gives them the ability to satisfy the tastes and requirements of various geographical areas, which in turn helps them increase their revenue streams. Finally, one crucial factor to consider is their marketing strategies and partnerships that always work. Rolex invests significant money into sponsorships, targeted marketing efforts, and collaborations that align with the company's corporate identity. Rolex has solidified its position as a brand linked with excellence and sophistication by linking itself with notable events, works of art, cultural activities, and sporting competitions. The fact that Rolex has been so successful financially is evidence of the company's unwavering dedication to quality, innovation, and the delight of its customers. The legacy of Rolex as a pioneering force in the luxury watch business appears destined to remain for many generations as the company continues to innovate and adapt to the dynamic nature of the market landscape. Over $13 billion in 2021, about $8.35 billion in 2022. Folks, we will be back soon for the mind-blowing figures of 2023.